All right, so in this example, we are combining our knowledge of geometry with our knowledge of algebra to be able to solve for some missing angles. So this asks us to write an equation and use it to solve for the missing angles. The first thing that you have to realize for a problem like this, because you were given the x and the 2x and all of those things, you don't need a let statement. So that's the good thing. If it was a word problem though, that you weren't given things, you would need a let statement to identify what x represented. So we need to apply our geometry skills. So if we think back, sum of the angles inside a triangle is 180. How do we do that? We add. So we need to just add these angles. X plus 2x plus 1 plus x minus 5 equals 180. So to make your equation, you're going to do that. So if it was a quadrilateral, we'd make it equal to 360. We had angles in parallel lines. So for example, if we had like two alternate angles, we'd actually make the two things equal to each other. So there's no like rule for what to do. You have to follow what the geometry tells you to be able to make the equation. So now I can put my like terms. So x plus 2x plus x is 4x. 1 minus 5 is minus 4. I can add 4 to both sides. I get 4x equals 184. I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And I get 46. Okay. Let me just double check that. Okay. Now it said use the equation and solve for the missing angles. So I'm not done. I need to take my answer of 46. It's not what my missing angles are. Well, there's one of them because one of them is x, but now I go back and I substitute and I say, okay, this one is 46 degrees. This one is 46 minus 5 or 41 degrees. By the way, they're not always going to be drawn to scale. So I try my best, but they're not always going to be perfect. And then this one is 2 times 46 plus 1. So 2 times 46, that's 92, plus 1 is 93 degrees. So now I can say that my angles are 46, 41, and 93. I could check my answer by adding them up, seeing if they equal 180. So that's an example of using your geometry knowledge and your algebra and equations to come together to solve a harder geometry problem.